everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff. Well, it's that time of the year. The holidays are right around the corner, and that means you're going to start seeing your local Walmart stocking up with all of the cool little EDC gift packs. You know, the ones from Ozark Trail, Kershaw, Camillus. I love these things. It has been a tradition on the channel for a while to kind of take a look and review these things in November, December. And so I'm starting to see them on the shelves now. It's time to get started. However, guys, come on. I get it. Capitalism, you got to make that money. But give us a break. Give us some room to breathe. Halloween just ended, and they've already got the Christmas stuff up. Guys, come on. No one should be celebrating Christmas until at least the day after Thanksgiving. Keep the season special, okay? That's my little rant for the day. I'm going to get off my soapbox. But anyways, I saw a pack from Ozark Trail in Walmart last night, and I decided I'd scoop it up, and we're going to kick off the season. Now, not these seasons, we're going to kick off the looking at the stuff at Walmart and thing season. Maybe I had to clarify that. I don't know. Anyways, before we get into that, I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on some things I've been carrying lately, some stuff that you can kind of expect to see coming up on the channel. First thing that I've been carrying a lot recently, the Beyond EDC Gara. This is the last of the knives loaned in by old Tonto Guy. So once I get these reviewed, I'm getting these knives sent back home to you, man. Thank you so much for loaning these in. Very interesting knife. Very, very interesting knife. I don't want to spoil too much. I love almost everything about this knife, but it has one major flaw. That's a real shame, but really enjoyed carrying this knife. This has been kind of my priority carry last couple of weeks, I guess 2.5 weeks or so. I'm really trying to get to know this guy. It's a very different kind of knife. This is the first time I've reviewed a hawkbill blade, and in fact, I just finished doing the review cutting for this last week. Very interesting. Hoping to get the review filmed either sometime this week or early next week. But very, very interesting knife, and it's going to be kind of an interesting video. Next up, CJRB Shale. Love this knife. This thing is fantastic. Might be my new favorite CJRB. I can't believe I'm saying that, but this thing is really dang good. Super slicey blade. Great ergos, great size, great weight. Love that crossbar lock. This thing's got a lot going for it. This is just a really cool knife. We're also going to get into the end of the year, and that means that my knife awards are going to have to be given out. This one needs an award, but I don't know what to give it yet because I think best budget knife of the year has got to go to the CJRB Pyrite just because of the value there. But this knife is really awesome. I've absolutely loved carrying this. And then the last one, the newest edition. You guys have seen the first impressions of this video a couple weeks ago. Kershaw Mini Iridium. I like a lot about this knife. Build quality is excellent. It is a little bit small. You can see here I barely have a 4-finger grip. You can't choke up into there. Ergos aren't bad though. I'm definitely interested in taking a look at the full-size one. Again, build quality is awesome. The blade is really nice. Very cool. Spear point, nice and slicey. And the D2 on this seems to be holding up all right. I haven't put a ton of use on this knife, but I did cut a bunch of zip ties the other day, like 20 zip ties with this knife, and it was still sharp, no deflections in the edge, and normally with D2, I see a little bit of damage after cutting through a lot of plastic like that. I've handled a lot of D2 over the years. I like to think I'm pretty familiar with D2, and this feels like it's pretty good D2, so, you know, we'll have to see the more I carry it. But we got those out of the way. Let's go ahead and talk about this little Ozark Trail pack. So this is one of the $15 packs that's a multi-tool pack. You know, it comes with a bunch of different EDC items. This pack came with 4, 5, maybe 6 items. I'll explain what I mean. So the first item we're going to go over is a flashlight. These are cool to have. I like these little cheap LED flashlights. Throw them in your glove box. Throw them in a bug out bag. Keep them in your junk drawer in your kitchen. Keep them around your house for lights out, emergencies, things like that. These are great to have. You can never have too many of these. The reason I said that this box might have 6 items is because the three AAA batteries that you need to run this thing are included separately, so you might count that as a 6th item. I don't know. Unlike some flashlights of this style, this one is plastic instead of like a cheap aluminum, which doesn't really make that much of a difference. Not much more to be said about this. These are just really good lights, especially as far as cheap flashlights go, and these are about as cheap as you can get. They're pretty decent. I'm sure everyone has at least a couple of these floating around somewhere. They're good. They're good to have. I always like getting one of those. You know, I'm never going to say no to an extra flashlight. Next thing we'll go over is the Leatherman style multi-tool. Pretty basic as far as Ozark Trail multi-tools go. It does come with a little sheath, and that's, you know, what you might count as another separate item, you know. It's the exact same kind of cheap nylon sheath that you see with a lot of Ozark Trail multi-tools. It's got a Velcro fastener, little belt loop that will absolutely rip off of this within a week of carrying it. But, you know, multi-tools are kind of good to have. Again, this is something that, you know, you might find sitting around in someone's junk drawer or something. The spring tension, this is a spring-loaded multi-tool. It feels decent, or not that the pliers aren't spring-loaded, but the arms are. You can hear that little snap. Yeah, feels all right. Needle nose pliers, got wire cutters in there. As far as our tools go, we've got a fish scaler with 2 different types of files on there. Very common tool. We've got a little flathead screwdriver. We've got a Phillips head screwdriver. We've got a can opener, can opener with a screwdriver on the end. Cool. Flipping it over, we've got our knife blade, of course. We've got a flathead screwdriver. We have what is supposed to be an awl. Needs a little bit of an edge, needs some help. And then we've got a bottle opener with a flathead screwdriver, of course. Let's go ahead and test the sharpness of this blade really quickly, because why not? Let's be safe about this. Let's close up the whole thing. There we go. I do not like these style multi-tools where like they have the flared out handles. They work for the pliers, but they make using the other tools feel kind of weird. Not the sharpest thing out there, but it's got an edge, so bravo. One thing I will say that I do like about this one that's kind of different is you can take this guy apart completely. Sometimes they'll have pinned elements, but we've got Torx hardware for all these pivots, and then we've got some Phillips head screws here that you can use to take it apart completely. Got some Phillips head screws here. And speaking of this area of the tools, this is kind of like a rubberized plastic here, so it gives you a little bit of texture, a little bit of something different, you know, kind of nice. Nothing super amazing. My brother, one of my younger brothers, actually really enjoys Ozark Trail multi-tools like this, so I'll probably give this to him. He gets a lot of use out of them. They're on the ranch, but you know, it is what it is. Like a $5 multi-tool, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, next up, let's go ahead and talk about the knife. Here's the knife. We've got a drop point blade of a mystery steel with aluminum handles. It is a liner lock, and it's got a tip-up carry clip, which I love to see. The action here is manual. We've got a flipper and thumb studs. This knife is running on Teflon washers, and if you look in there, you can see we've got one big one on this side and then a small one on that other side. Centering is no bueno. And I can flip it with the flipper tab, but the detent is a little bit weak. Thumb stud works great though. Blade play, actually there's just a hair side to side, which is kind of impressive, to be honest. Other than that, there's not a whole lot going on with this guy. Let's go ahead and test this edge. Okay. Yeah. Much more refined of an edge. That actually does feel quite good. See here, our sharpening choil plunge grind kind of sucks, but it's a $5 knife. As far as a $5 knife goes, not bad. Not bad at all, but not amazing. And it's not the highlight of this little pack. Normally, the knife is kind of the highlight and everything else is just kind of, you know, sprinkles, right? The knife is kind of the main idea and then everything else is just bonuses thrown in. But in this case, I think the best item in here is this. And this is a utility knife. But it's actually really awesome. This has some interesting features that I really enjoy. We've got a pocket clip right here. Scales are plastic. You can see this thing is quite thick. Let's bring out that Kershaw Iridium. Yeah, this guy's a chunker. But let me show you what makes it cool. The first thing that I noticed, I got this package last night. I opened it last night and I was just kind of tinkering around with everything last night and then earlier today. But it's a button lock and it locks in multiple positions. So you can lock it like this or like that or all the way open and then it locks closed as well. That's actually really cool, having the ability to lock open at different angles. Like this right here, if you're someone that works in like inventory for a store or something like that, you've got big pallet crates coming in all the time. You know, an angled thing like this is pretty good if you're working on stuff that's like eye level or taller. You know, this is really nice. So I think that's really cool. Another thing too is you can see here we have a little bit of the edge exposed on that blade. That's like a seatbelt cutter, strap cutter type thing. That's cool. I think that's pretty awesome. Ew. There's like this thick white paste in here. See that? It's like someone tried to lubricate this thing with boogers. We're just gonna ignore that for now. I think that's kind of a cool feature, having multiple places to lock out at. How easy is it to change the blade? Well, we've got this button right here. And that, well, it's kind of more like a lever. So this pulls up. See if I can show that off. Yeah, there. This goes up. And then I'm guessing, yeah, the blade just slides right out. So really easy to change the blade, swap the blades in and out. Very cool. Sintering is perfect if you care about that. We also have some bits loaded here in the handle. We got a flathead and a Phillips, but you can of course switch these out for, you know, whatever you want. I'm sure these are not very high quality bits, but we've got a little hole here in the butt. Stick the little butt plug in there and you've got a screwdriver. Oh, and there's a magnet in there. That's actually really cool. I expect it to just be a very poor friction fit, but they've got a magnet. So, you know, that's awesome. Honestly, a lot of really neat features. This thing is also actually held together with actual screws and stuff, so you could take this apart and maintain it if you ever needed to. Button there really sticks out. This is a two-handed knife, so like I said, it locks closed. Push that button, open it up. but I don't think that's a big deal. I'm just now noticing. Okay, so it's got this orange thing on the back, and that kind of looks like. Oh, sweet. Oh. Okay. I did not know it did this. That's actually really awesome. Okay. Let's do that again. All right. So pinch it open, and on the inside, you have storage for extra blades. How do I get these out of here? Do I have to open? Yeah, okay, so you've got to open this blade a little bit to get these out. But there, you've got extra blades, and this comes with 3 extra utility blades. You know, that's actually really cool. That's really cool. I could see this as being something very useful for a warehouse worker to use, and this is actually going to go straight into my my junk drawer in the kitchen because, you know, sometimes a utility blade, a razor blade, is a handy thing to have around. Yep, all these items are going straight into the junk drawer right now. See if I can open this one-handed. Those stops make it a little bit difficult, but there we go. Awesome. And yes, you see all the zip ties lying around in here. We had a spill. Sweet. Yeah. I actually really like that. This is a very cool item. And again, this is like a $5 item once you know, kind of divide by everything that comes in the pack. That's a lot of value. And this right here, if you see this pack at your local Walmart or something, you might consider picking it up just for this. I'm actually really impressed with this thing. Is it the most high quality tool ever? No, absolutely not. But I think it's really neat. It's got a lot of neat features, and I honestly think that the value is pretty dang good. So yeah, if you want something to just throw into a toolbox, throw into a junk drawer, this is really awesome. So the 2 best items from this package, in my opinion, flashlight and this tool here. Third best is probably the multi-tool. This is actually, again, for $5, this is a pretty decent multi-tool. They're just not really my thing. And then the knife is actually, in my opinion, the worst item in the pack. It's pretty bleh, and it's not even terrible. So this is actually a really solid pack from Ozark Trail. If you see it, go ahead and scoop it up. I don't think you'll regret it. So there we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Big shout out to my channel members right here. I appreciate everything they do. If you want to become a channel member, you can join at the button down below. For everyone else, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like, comment below, and subscribe. I've been Gideon, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.